Okay, let's look at the Blackboard module structure that we have here. So again, when you get into the course in Blackboard, you get into announcements here. What you want to do right away is go to Start here. And this is to get you started. It's got a welcome video, syllabus link, how to communicate. Here's what I'm doing right now, tour of the module structure, Desmos introduction, that's our calculator we're going to use. Introduction forum, I got to change the dates here I think, and technology requirements. So that's all just to kind of get you going, and then actually I think that date was correct. I'll look at it. Wednesday, August 24th, yeah, okay. So in this course we're going to have 7 modules. This is whether you're in the online section or seated section. Right now, if you go here to your Blackboard, you will only see Module 1. These little boxes beside these modules tell me that I have not shown this to you all yet. So notice when I hover over it, it says this link is hidden from students. But they are all there. You'll have 7 modules. If you're an online student, one module will equate to 1 week. So each of these modules you'll have 1 week to finish. If you're a seated student, it'll be more like 2 weeks. Won't be exactly 2 weeks every time, but it'll be along the lines of 2 weeks. Okay, so that's each module. Now, general resources outside of the module are up here. So announcements, my instructor, if I click on that, you get a little bit about me, and you get my phone number, office hours by appointment, my email. That's the most important thing, is email. That's the best way to get a hold of me. I think everything, I'm not sure why this is having trouble, but we don't use the lockdown browser in my class anyway. Syllabus, textbook, I'll get rid of this while we're doing it. You can watch me. Get rid of that. We don't have a textbook. A link to the Desmos calculator. So we'll be using that quite a bit. Some general how-to guides. So adding images to documents, array formulas and spreadsheets, that kind of thing. I might add to those if people have questions. And the discussion board. Now these are also hooked up to the modules, but they're also, I have them set up here with a general link so you can see the prompts and so forth. And again, when you get on, you'll only see this introduction forum and the module 1 discussion. Okay, so that brings us to the modules themselves. They're all set up pretty much the same way. I don't remember if they all have relevant quotes, but they have some kind of introduction. They have the objectives we're trying to complete in the module. And here's the action list. Here's what's due. It tells you, read all the material in the prelude. Complete all the videos, interactive activities that we have. So that's these first 2 pieces here, the prelude. I can, right now that's collapsed. I can open it up by clicking over here. And these just have some introductory videos, that kind of thing, to give you some background. You'll want to look at those. Quizzes might have questions from the preludes in them. Then instructional content. You click here, and this has some video links here, content videos with some short descriptions as to what's going on. Here's just some graph paper you could print out if you wanted to use it. But each module will have the instructional content. So you'll do those. Then here are the graded items, the discussion. Now see, so if I go here right now, there are no items found, but I can create a thread and start from there. You can also do that by going to the discussion board. And if I go way down here to module 1 and I click on it, I can read about it and then click on it. Notice I get to that same spot where I need to create a thread or read threads once everybody's added threads to it. Okay, so that's the first thing you'll probably do, is look at the discussion item and see what that wants you to do. Next, right away, you should go to the guided project. This first one just has a welcome. The others won't. But here's the guided project description. If you click on that, I can open it here in Firefox. And it just has you go through these items. Each one, you just want to go through item by item, do what you're told. That's the biggest thing in this course. Do what you're told. If you can't do what you're told, immediately contact me. Okay, it's that simple. The projects, they will be weird for you at first. They'll get easier for you as you go on, as far as just kind of understanding how to get them done. You'll have to read them carefully. But again, number one, if you cannot do what you're told, contact me immediately. Don't wait 3 days and think, oh, maybe I'll figure it out. You won't. Okay? If you look at it and you're stuck, you probably won't figure it out right away. Contact me. Ask me questions. Specific questions. Tell me, oh, okay, I got to section 1.31 and I started looking at that and I got stuck with this LH thing. Okay, that's fine. Contact me. Let me know. You will fail if you don't contact me. So the project is the biggest thing. They're worth 60% of the course. It's in every single module. If you have a question, contact me. It's that simple. Okay, but those are the projects. Well, let me go back to that. At the end of this, your report, okay, and you will have the required document format. You'll have to do a single PDF document. Again, if you don't know how to do that, contact me right away, first thing. Okay, and I emphasize that, and I sound a little perturbed when I tell you to do it, because what happens? People don't do it. You need to contact me. You have to stay in communication. That is how you will pass the course. Okay, it'll have a required title format. You want to do that on your document. You can do it first in Word. Actually, I suggest you do it first in Word, and you'll save it in Word as your last name, first name, and M1 dot Word document. But then once you're done with it in Word, you'll just export it to a PDF. Very, very simple. But if you have trouble with any of it, what do? You got it now, maybe. Contact me. Okay? Contact me, contact me, contact me. You'll have these required items. If you simply follow these required items, make sure you have each one. Make sure you do it right. You will pass the class. People who don't pass the class either don't turn stuff in because they weren't sure how to do it, and they weren't sure how to do it because, guess again, they didn't contact me. You have to contact me. But if you just look at what's going on, you have any questions, you contact me about those questions, you get them sorted out, you just follow this, you make sure you have all these. Now, I don't want to see item number in any of these because that makes no sense for a report to somebody who hasn't done the project. Okay, I'm trying to get you to write nice reports. Okay, but you just make sure you have all of those items, you've addressed each one, you've addressed it correctly, you've answered, so it says include your 2 saved screenshots from task 1.42. Okay, well, make sure you did those right. And then you include them, you give some explanation with them, you do all that, you will pass the course. It's that simple. You just do what you're told. Okay, those are the projects. You'll want to get started working on those right away. They're due at the end of the module. Here are all the support things for a given project. Some videos. I actually, in this first project, I go through the project. So you can watch those. Those should help a lot. Look at all this stuff. I tell you to contact me, but make sure you look at all your resources first before you contact me. Because then I can point you back to those resources. And you can also say, well, I watched the resources, but I got lost in them or something like that. So that's the project. So that's the second of 3 things that are due with each module. And then finally, the quizzes. Click on that. These may or may not have some extra resources with them. This first quiz, they don't. Right now it says click this link. Well, there is no link. See, it's not active. Well, it's active. In this case, this is written for the online class. It's after Thursday. For the seated class, I think it'll be like after Monday or something like that. But it'll be the same thing, every module. Same idea is the quiz will be opened a little later in the module to make sure you've had time to look at all the prior material. So before you start doing the quizzes, you want to look at the prelude, you want to look at the instructional content, you want to do your discussion, your part, and start reading other people's discussions and reply. You'll want to get started on your project, possibly finished, before you ever do the quiz. Okay, so the quiz is usually the last thing you'll want to do. But every single project, every single module has the same structure. So by the end of the 7, you should get pretty used to it. Okay? Now, I say there are 3 things due, but up here there seem to be 4. Well, your initial module, your initial module discussion, I want that due before the end of the module so people have time to read your post and you have time to read other people's posts and reply. So that is the module structure.